For the past 4 years, we have watched the train wreck that is the Joe Biden-Kamala Harris administration. Plagued by his obvious mental decline, never-ending gaffes, excessive spending, inability to take 1 ounce of ownership, and the biggest cover-up in American history. Let's take an in-depth look at some of the most head-turning moments of the Biden presidency. Cheers. Welcome to Real Talk Like It or Not. Today we're diving into the 10 most defining moments of the Joseph Biden presidency. From gaffes with world leaders to controversial decisions that shook the nation, we're not holding back. Get ready for a critical look at 10 moments that had everyone talking or cringing. Number 1, gaffes with world leaders. Biden diplomacy at its finest. First, we have him calling Australia's Prime Minister that fellow down under. Nothing screams global leadership like forgetting the name of a key ally. Then there's his very diplomatic approach of calling Vladimir Putin a killer on live TV. Sure, y'all, Putin's no saint, definitely a killer, but maybe don't poke the bear or, the guy with nukes. And let's not forget the NATO summit, Jem, where he mixed up Finland and Switzerland.
My country joining NATO. We got on the telephone. He suggested we call the leader of Switzerland. Switzerland, my goodness, I'm getting really anxious here about expanding NATO. Sweden.
Biden didn't just confuse the nations, he repeatedly made the U.S. look like we've got the wrong guy steering the ship. Number 2, obvious mental decline. We watched the public unraveling of a sitting U.S. president. Joe Biden forgets where he is mid-sentence, loses track of his thoughts, shakes hands with ghosts, and still expects us to believe he's mentally sharp. His decline isn't just a personal tragedy, it's a national embarrassment. And the real kicker, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and the cabinet are complicit in this farce. If there's an award for the most shameless cover-up in American history, these folks are frontrunners. Fraud, conspiracy, false statements, they've checked every single box. What's next? Telling us he's a chess grandmaster? Number 3, Hunter Biden's pardon debacle. The Bidens. Once again, redefining family values one scandal at a time. Joe promised no special treatment for Hunter, but lo and behold, his son gets a pardon that conveniently covers the juiciest years of alleged corruption. Sure, Joe, family first, but maybe try putting America first for a change. On the bright side, Hunter can't plead the fifth anymore, so here's to hoping the apple didn't fall far enough from the tree to keep him from spilling some family tea. But hey, if corruption is an Olympic sport, the Bidens are going for gold. Number 4, funding wars in the Ukraine and Israel. $113.4 billion to Ukraine, $20 billion to Israel, and counting. Meanwhile, Americans are rationing groceries, dodging potholes, crowdfunding medical bills. It's like Biden has a buy one war, get one free card. I wonder if this is why Liz Cheney has gotten so close to the Democratic Party. It makes sense. When the Cheneys are involved, we get wars, right? Now, imagine if even half that cash went toward fixing crumbling infrastructure, caring for our veterans and homeless, or, wild thought, improving healthcare. But no, why fix home when you can bankroll chaos abroad? Biden's foreign policy isn't just expensive, it's a slap in the face to struggling Americans. Number 5, weaponization of our legal system. Under Biden, the DOJ isn't just a department. It's a weapon. With 88 indictments against Trump, it's clear that political rivals are fair game in America. But insider trading by Congress? Crickets. Corruption in the Senate? Nada. Instead, we get activist prosecutors and judges serving up their own agendas. The message is loud and clear. Justice isn't blind, it's picking favorites. And spoiler alert, it's not the American people. Number 6, inflation crisis. Remember when inflation was 1.4% in 2021? Good times. Under Biden, it skyrocketed to 9.1% in 2022, hitting families where it hurts most, our wallets. Now, while it's down to 2.7%, let's not forget the damage that was done. Groceries, gas, rent, it all costs more. But don't worry, folks. Joe's got a plan. Oh, wait. No, he didn't. Maybe if inflation were a foreign war, it'd get his attention. Number 7, the border crisis mismanagement. The southern border is a free-for-all, with record-breaking crossings and known criminals strolling into the United States like it's spring break. Biden's solution? Remove all border protections from day one and deny there's a problem repeatedly. His administration's messaging is as consistent as his memory. Everything's fine, nothing to see here. Meanwhile, cities are overwhelmed, resources are limited, and the rest of us are left asking, how is this not a crisis? Pro tip, ignoring a problem never makes it go away. Number 8, the inability or the unwillingness to protect women in sports. What's a woman, y'all?
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a
the
biologist.
meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the law and I decide.
Well,
so I'm not.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about.
Unfortunately, Joe Biden is confused. Shocker. The Biden administration and their, quote, gender Taliban can't even define what it means to be a woman. They are erasing what it means to be women and endangering women and girls in the process. The Biden administration's Equal Employment Opportunity Commission in April of this year updated guidance on what constitutes sex-based discrimination. Under the Biden administration's guidance, use someone's biologically correct pronouns or their legal name. Guess what? It's workplace discrimination. Acknowledging someone identifies as a different gender without their permission, workplace discrimination. Insist that biological men use the bathroom or a locker room designated for biological men and not terrorize women and girls in the girls' bathroom, workplace discrimination.
Even worse were his administration's attempts to force states to allow biological males to compete against females through the now failed Title IX. Imagine the fairness when female athletes train. And the silence from Biden's administration, deafening. Protecting women's sports should be a no-brainer. Too bad that's not Biden's strong suit. Number 9, historic levels of censorship. During the Biden administration, our lovely social media platforms were coerced to remove or limit posts deemed misinformation, especially about COVID-19. Internal communications highlighted in the Twitter files show officials flagging content and urging tech companies to take it down. The lawsuit Missouri versus Biden states this violated free speech. A judge even temporarily barred some administration officials from contacting social media sites. The Biden team defends their actions as crucial for public safety, while opponents label it government overreach and censorship. Let's call it what it is. It's censorship. Number 10, falling again and again and again. Now, Joe Biden falling became a recurring meme. Stairs, bikes, flat ground, nothing was safe. And while it's easy to laugh, it's also deeply troubling. This isn't just about clumsiness. It's about fitness for office. Where is Jill in all of this? Watching it happen, apparently? The Democrats thought Americans were too dumb to notice, but Election Day's sweeping defeat for the Democratic Party highlighted just how wrong they were in their assumptions. So that's it, everybody. From endless gaffes on the world stage to plain old bad governance, Biden's legacy will sadly be one of disgrace. Even worse in all of this is our mainstream media, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and the entire presidential cabinet for their role in perpetuating a lie to the citizens of the United States. What scares me the most is not knowing who has truly been in charge for the past 4 years and what their end goal truly is. So, which part of the past 4 years shocked you the most? What are your hopes for the return of President Trump to the White House? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget, as always, to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos for more fearless takes on today's political headlines. Stay bold and stay strong, everybody.